What's going on? We're back here again for another lift. It's not really a lift, we're doing calisthenics. And I can't even say calisthenics because we only doing pull-ups. But that's not the point. Today we're gonna be hitting 50 pull-ups, not in a row, but in about I'm gonna say we can do it in like 4 or 5 sets. If we go over, you guys get a point. If I get in 4 or 5 sets, I get a point. How about that? Anyways, you know how it is. We're gonna hop right into it. We ain't gonna talk too long. I hope y'all boys enjoy. If y'all do, make sure to like and subscribe.
The willingness and the ability to work and set priorities and all kinds of stuff.
Let me tell you something. There is no nobility in poverty. I've been a rich man and I've been a poor man, and I choose rich every time. So you listen to me and you listen well. Are you behind on your credit card bills? Good, pick up the phone and start dialing. Is your landlord ready to evict you? Good, pick up the phone and start dialing. Does your girlfriend think you're a worthless loser? Good, pick up the phone and start dialing. I don't want you to deal with your problems by becoming rich. Because at least as a rich man, when I have to face my problems, I show up in the back of a limo wearing a $2,000 suit and a $40,000 gold watch.
Why don't you set a goal to become?
You have to change this. What makes it hard is your lack of belief that it can happen for you. The fact of it is, though, it's very doable. This decision is yours and yours alone.
Do the thing, and you'll get the energy to do the thing. Just say, I'm going after it, I'm going to get it, and your present circumstances got nothing to do with where you're going.
So the big question is, not what am I getting paid here? The big question is, what am I becoming here? Because true happiness is not contained in what you get. Happiness is contained in what you become.
Get locked into your idea and stay in that vibration regardless of what's happening. When you do that, it will attract to you all things requisite to the fulfillment of it.
Impossible. You ain't that smart. So if it's in your head, you gotta ask yourself, how did it get there? That's God showing you a preview of a coming attraction he has for you. The problem with most people is you think your imagination is hocus pocus. It's really not. It's a preview of a coming attraction. If you react to your imagination, that's where your real life is.
If you will say before you go to sleep, I believe something wonderful is going to happen to me tomorrow. And if you'll say when you get up in the morning, I believe something wonderful is going to happen to me today. And if all day long you say, I believe something wonderful is going to happen to me, you'll find that as you go to sleep the next night, and try this today, it's a very powerful exercise. It sounds a little bit corny. It's a very powerful exercise. If you'll try it, you'll find that when you go to sleep,
nervous system back to more order, back to more wholeness, back to more oneness. And the closer you get to singularity, to source, to oneness, to wholeness, to absolute, whatever you want to call that, and you're creating from the field instead of from matter. Every thought in the quantum produces a frequency. So the thought of your wealth in the quantum should produce the frequency or the feeling of abundance. And if you can experience the feeling of that ahead of the actual event, you're beginning to change information in the field. Keep doing that, thought objectifies and conditions reality. So you create a thought form, and in time, all of a sudden you start having these synchronicities and these outcomes in your life.
Gosh, it's so sad when somebody's in the right country and they got the wrong philosophy. Let me give you some examples on philosophy that can get you from $5 an hour to $6 an hour. Here's number one. Wait for the government to change the minimum wage.
around you to draw into your life the people and circumstances necessary to make that idea come true.
Write everything you imagine down. Write it all down. Pray about it and watch what happens. You gotta start believing in your imagination. But you have not because you asked not. So if you see a vision, but you don't ask God for it, what you want him to do? He showed it to you. Faith without works is dead. So now you got to put in work.
It's a law of the universe called the law of abundance, the law of attraction. You can have anything you want once you know what it is. One of the main lessons you come to Earth to learn is how to manipulate energy. Everything is energy. And you come to Earth to learn how to manipulate that, to be a master manifester.
All right. I don't know if y'all was keeping tally, but that was 34 in 5 sets. So I guess y'all got this one. But if y'all believed in me, I would believe in me too. If y'all believed in me, I want to thank all y'all. But we got some more sets to do. So we got to keep on doing more pull-ups. Hey, bro, eventually we're going to be able to do it in 4 or 5 sets. So if y'all want to keep tally, we can keep doing this, bro. Y'all ain't going to keep winning forever.
Can be in harmony with the laws that govern your being.
Thoughts are like drops of water. You drop a drop of water on the table here, and it doesn't mean much. But if you keep dropping and keep dropping and keep dropping, the table becomes a wash, and then you get a puddle on the floor, and then you can get a little pond and a lake, and finally you can create an ocean. And with our own thoughts, we can drown in a sea of negativity, or we can float on the ocean of light. And it's up to us. The thoughts we think accumulate. And what sort of puddles are you standing in? Or are you up to here? Or are you up to here and trying to paddle? When we're willing to change our thinking, we can change our experiences.
My name is Jordan Belfort. That's right. I'm a former member of the middle class, raised by 2 accountants in a tiny apartment in Bayside, Queens. The year I turned 26 as the head of my own brokerage firm, I made
That puts them in a state of frustration, anger, sadness, or ultimately depression. Well, I'll give you one more. Do you tend to focus on the past, the present, and the future? We all do all three. The happiest people focus on the present.
I agree.
Right?
I totally agree.
So the key is flexibility.
Right.
If you focus on the past, you can't change it. So that's, unless you're focused on something wonderful, which most people don't, that's not where you want to spend your time.
Everything in your life you have put there and you've created. You are a co-creator with God. You always have been. You have to have an idea what it is you want before you can create it. Otherwise, you have the whole world. Everything is out there. There are no limitations. You should know what it is you want, what you want to accomplish. The long-term goal and maybe the short-term goals.
What do I want to be in 5 to 10 years? If I could design a perfect life, so my life was perfect in every respect, my relationships, my income, my work, my family, my health, my home, my car, what would it be? This is the starting point of great achievement, because what will happen is that if you can clearly define that target, you can hit it. You eventually always hit the targets that you set for yourself, but you can't hit a target that you can't see.
With that final push, it's over, boys. We did it. And I'm talking about, bro, we're going to keep getting stronger. Like, this is not no short-term YouTube channel, bro. We're going to keep going. Like, I'm not in this to just do it for a couple weeks and then stop, show up again randomly, and like I forgot my password or something, bro. This is a real thing. I'm tired of picking it up after putting it down for a couple weeks and acting like nothing happened, bro. This is us. This is what I'm going to do. And it might sound like I'm going a little rant, but like, bro, you can't get better if you just put something down and then pick it up like you're gonna be the same as you were before. Bro, unless you keep putting consistency in, unless you keep putting the things, putting effort into the things you want, bro, you're not going to get no results. That's just how it is. And it's not like I'm saying this because I've seen other people and I've seen it happen to them. Bro, this is me. I've not put in the work and I've not got results. And I've seen how it happens, bro. That's why I'm trying to tell it to you firsthand. I'm tired of not getting results, bro. That's why I'm here to put in the work. That's why I'm recording this all, bro. It's like I'm not trying to prove it to nobody else. I'm trying to prove it to myself. Once I can prove it to myself, bro, I'm unstoppable, bro. There's no beating me because I've already proved everything else I need to myself. I don't have to prove anything to nobody. And that's what I want y'all to learn, bro. You got to stop asking people for things, bro. People can help you out. People can give you advice. But eventually you got to put the work in yourself. Because if you don't, you're not going to learn nothing. Life is learned by experience. Life isn't learned by people telling you everything you need to know. That's just how it is, bro. Real talk. I hope y'all enjoy it, and I'll see y'all in the next one.